Alright, welcome back everybody to part 2 of my Walking Dead collection. If you haven't seen the first video, go back and watch that one because it was pretty good, I thought. So let's get into this new one. First item of the day is this Daryl minibus released by Gentle Giant. It was a limited edition. See right here, I got number 1724 out of 4,500. So this is pretty cool. It's got a lot of detail. Like the little string is actually like a fabric string. The metal is actually metal. Lots of detail. He's got his little knife. Pretty cool. Next up, we have the Season 2 limited edition DVD case. See, it was modeled after the RV zombie. You can take the screwdriver out, which is pretty cool. I like to do it slowly so I don't break it. See the screwdriver? And then we have the DVD here. And the cover art of the Season 2 poster. Not as cool as the Season 1 DVD, but still pretty cool. Next up, we have the Season 3 limited edition case, which is honestly my favorite limited edition case. It's modeled after the Governor's Walker tanks. And this is my favorite season, so it works well that I had the best, most creative case. You can see you can take these little tanks out. Hold on, I'm going to take the DVD out first. It makes it easier. Here you can see the Governor and Rick on this one. Alright, there we go. You can see Michonne's pets. Really good detail on this. It even came with little gross little bits that float around. You can fill it with water. And also you can put batteries in. And if you hit this little button right here, these lights will light up so it glows too. So this is by far the most creative and detailed case they came with the DVDs. Next up, we have the Season 4 limited edition case, which was modeled after that tree walker that Herschel and Carl saw. You can see he moved when you take the DVD out. Look at his head and his arm. I'll put it back in. You can see. Alright, so here's the DVD. Had art by Alex Ross. Pretty neat. Just a bunch of characters on the cover art. Next up, we have the Season 5 limited edition case, which has like the melted zombie that was found in the asphalt when they were returned back to Atlanta. This one's actually pretty cool because you slide it back and it opens to reveal the DVD. Here we go, we have some walkers, and inside we have more characters on the DVDs. But the background is the picture of them walking on that road. That's a pretty cool cover right there. And then the last limited edition DVD I have is for Season 6. So we have that walker that was in the very first episode. It's kind of black and white because if you guys remember, the first episode of Season 6 was in black and white for parts of it. So that's pretty cool. And we got the DVD here that also has that walker on the cover. And then more characters on the interior. And little Negan tease right there. This DVD was actually one of the best DVDs because right here, one of the bonus featurettes had the uncensored version of Negan when he had his introduction. So that's probably one of the best features they've ever had with a DVD.
I am gonna beat the holy fucking fuckity fuck out of one of you.
Alright, speaking of Negan, let's get into my Lucille's. First off, we have the original Comic-Con exclusive, this Lucille. It's smaller than all the other Lucille's they released, but it's got cool box artwork. See on the back here. They released another version of this one that's in black and white. Next up, we have this much bigger comic book Lucille that I actually got at Comic-Con. Both of the Lucille's were Comic-Con exclusives, but I think they both had variants afterwards that weren't. This one had a bloodier version, I believe. So you can see the box artwork. It's very cool. And then lastly, we have the TV show variant of Lucille, which is a lot meatier and has way more barbed wire than the other ones. Also has pretty cool box art. This was released by McFarlane Toys like the other action figures based on the TV show were. And the action figures based on the comic though too. So there's the TV show Lucille. The only Lucille that I don't have was the real like bat version released to social media influencers. Well, I guess I'm technically not a social media influencer yet, but that was a cool bat I wish I had gotten. Next up, we have this Nerf type toy. It's Andrea's rifle. If you haven't read the comic book, Andrea's like the sharpshooter of the group, so they released a sniper rifle Nerf gun based on her comic book weapon. Along with the rifle, they released other Nerf-like weapons. This is Rick's shotgun. It's got cool little detail on there saying survivor. It's not going to focus, but it's pretty cool detail. This got released along with Abraham's rifle and Carl's revolver. So that's pretty cool. They had some Nerf type tie-in. I also got this at Comic-Con. It was a Skybound exclusive. Lastly, on my Nerf type weapons, we have Dwight's crossbow from the comic. You can see the artwork, Comic Dwight. And then here is the actual crossbow right here. It's got pretty nice details. It's got this urban camouflage type marble coloring on the plastic. Comes with a sight. I've used it once. It actually does shoot pretty far, like the box says, up to 60 feet. So this is a pretty cool, probably my coolest Nerf-like weapon I got from The Walking Dead. Alright, moving along, we have this cool Daryl lithograph type deal I got at WonderCon the first year I went. You can see it's Daryl in a lithograph, which is, I guess, just like a printed art piece is what a lithograph is. So, but it's numbered, it's not going to focus, but 12 out of 40. I always wanted to know what the price of this was, so maybe I'll be able to find a price going through eBay to find a price for it. But if I don't, I'll put it at priceless. Next up, we have some of the mystery blind bag buildables I got. Starting off, we have Tyrese, his Hammer of Justice. We have one of Michonne's pets who comes with a cool little chain feature decal right there. Pretty cool, in a backpack. Next up, we have this random walker guy. We have the Gas Mask Riot Walker. We have Sophia and this walker that's below her. It's supposed to represent her when she was running away from the walkers on the bridge in episode 1 of season 2. And we have Daryl and his crossbow. And last but not least, we have this Loot Crate exclusive Charred Walker. I think you had a choice of either Daryl or the Charred Walker, maybe one other character, but it was the Charred Walker. Next up, we have this cool Walking Dead cap released by Otto. It's pretty cool. I could see myself wearing this. I was like directing a movie or something. It has like a nice director's hat feel to it. There you go. Next up, we have this clock that says no walkers if you want to tell time in a neat fashion, Walking Dead style. Next up, we have this picture of Daryl, which I hope to have signed by Norman Reedus someday. Still haven't done that yet, but I still have this just in case I randomly meet Norman Reedus and get him to sign this. So, next up, we have this Walking Dead 2017 calendar. Ooh, Rick on June. Oh, I opened it to the month it is. Crazy. Maggie on the month I was born. My birthday right there, July 9th, a full moon. Here's all the pictures. Next up, we have this custom Walking Dead stocking, which I don't think I'll be able to find a price of, but maybe I will be. This was custom made by a comic book store near me, so this is pretty cool to use on Christmas. Next up, we have this Walking Dead tote bag. It was a anniversary for the 10 years of The Walking Dead, so this is pretty cool. It had Skybound art on the other side. Next up, we have this Walking Dead magazine shirt. They had a Walking Dead magazine, and if you ordered a subscription to it, you got this t-shirt, so it's pretty cool. We're getting to the shirt portion here. So here's my Walking Dead Saviors shirt. It's the Saviors insignia from the comic book. Pretty cool. Next up is a What Would Daryl Do t-shirt, kind of based on the What Would Jesus Do, but we have Daryl, What Would Daryl Do? We have this one, which was the first Walking Dead t-shirt I got. It's of the Season 1 logo, spelling out The Walking Dead. Next up, we have a comic t-shirt saying The Walking Dead. It's got Rick Grimes on it. Spoiler alert if you haven't been reading the comics. Some serious news in the Walking Dead universe, so maybe look out for that. One of my favorite t-shirts here, we have the Ringleader, the Archer, the Samurai, and the Kid, based off what Gareth called them at Terminus when they were captured. It has Rick, Daryl, Michonne, and Carl Like this shirt. Next shirt is this cool comic slash TV show one. It's TV show Rick, but it has like a comic style where like the closer you are it looks like comic print, but farther away it looks like more photorealistic photo. This is one of my cooler shirts. Next up we have this shirt, which you may have seen before. It was a Loot Crate exclusive, having Negan, and it had like a baseball theme with Negan sluggers, so that's pretty cool. Next we have this Glenn themed shirt. It's for Glenn's pizza delivery, and it has some jokes. We won't make you wait 3 weeks, like when Glenn was hidden under the dumpster for 3 weeks, and call now dumbass, the line he says when he first meets Rick. My final shirt was from the Skybound Negan themed box, and it was the Savior's Ping Pong Club. In the comic book, Negan likes to play ping pong, so this is a pretty cool shirt. I like the fabric and the red color. Next up are these Walking Dead pajama shorts. Pretty cool. It's got walkers on them and it says The Walking Dead. And the final item for this episode, and my last clothing type item, is these Walking Dead pajama pants. Pretty simple. It's got a bloody hand stain and it says The Walking Dead on them. Pretty cozy, pretty comfy, so these are cool. Alright guys, see you in the third episode. Here's the total for this one. Let's see how big the price can get. Tell me you could say that shit. All she want is payback for the way I always play that shit.